Okay, guys. I'm here to give my thoughts on the WWE 2K24 DLC Season Pass content. This is the stuff that you will get if you have the Season Pass, which is included in both the Deluxe Edition and 40 Years WrestleMania Edition. It basically is an upfront payment of the DLC, so you technically get them for free, but they're already paid for. Now, this is what I always do because I'm on fixed income limits. I get a check at very specific times, so I can't buy things at random days. So I would just rather pay for something up front. That's what I do. So here we go. The Season Pass. The first pack, Pack 1, the ECW Punk Pack on May the 15th. CM Punk, Bubba Ray Dudley, Devon Dudley, the Sandman, Terry Funk, and a My Faction ECW Paul Heyman manager card. Not that I care about My Faction, but apparently My Faction models are unlockable now for the base game, so there's a reason to play that. They need to not put so many 3-on-1 handicap matches in that mode, but whatever. DLC Pack 2. Oh, by the way, the ECW Punk Pack is May the 15th, it's a release date. DLC number 2 is the Post Malone and Friends Pack, releasing on June the 26th. Post Malone, Sensational Sherri, the Headbangers Mosh and Thrasher, the Honky Tonk Man, and Jimmy Hart as a manager. Okay. DLC Pack 3, and this is where I'm going to take a small little rant for a minute. I generally do not do this about DLC because I'm open, because all I care about DLC for wrestling games is the moves that the characters bring. I don't really care who the DLC is. I tend to get it anyway because I like the moves. Because I live in the Creation Suite pretty much. I play the rest of the game too, but most of my time's in Creation Suite. Specifically creating wrestlers, so moves are more important to me than anything. But the Pat McAfee Pack, releasing on July the 24th. Pat McAfee, and asking for Pat McAfee on Raw last night. Some of his co-hosts from the Pat McAfee Show on ESPN. Now, my problem with this pack is not the Pat McAfee himself, because Pat McAfee's been around for the better half of, 3.5 years in the WWE off and on? Yeah. We don't need his co-hosts. They are not wrestlers. They have nothing to do with the WWE. They have never appeared on WWE programming. They have no history with the WWE or anything. I imagine a bunch of former football players, but I don't know. I follow Cincinnati Bengals and Cincinnati Reds. That's about all the sports I actually follow. That's because I'm from Cincinnati. This is the biggest waste of DLC stuff I've ever seen. Again, though, I'm going to get the packet, I get the content, but it is kind of dumb. And the My Faction the My Faction content are the co-host manager cards and the Pat McAfee card for My Faction. DLC 4, the Global Superstars Pack, releasing September 20th, and I am going to get into why I think there's a gap between July and September and between March and May, as to why that stuff is there, at the end of this video. But anyway, Global Superstars Pack, September 20th, that's 3 days after my birthday. Jade Cargill, Nia Jax, Michelle McCool, Carlito, Kairi Sane, Lyra Valkyria, and Dragon Lee. And obviously my faction cards for the 7 people in that pack. And then the DLC 5, November 13th. The WCW Pack. Diamond Dallas Page, the Iron Sheik, Mr. Perfect, the Great Muta, and Lex Luger, and my faction cards for those 5 characters. So, what are my thoughts on the DLC as a whole? Really good, actually. I think it's arguably the best DLC we've had. I know that people don't like how spaced out it is, and there's a part of me that doesn't, but I kind of understand why. Because I imagine April's DLC is going to be centered to the people who don't have the deluxe edition or the 4-year WrestleMania edition or the pre-order, or didn't pre-order it, i.e. just picked it up on March 8th and got it that way. Because not everyone, and I imagine what they're going to do then, that's when they're going to make the Nightmare Family Pack and the Deluxe Edition stuff available for purchase. I imagine that'll be in April, so there's a DLC for April, and then I imagine that the 40 Years WrestleMania pack will be in August, because due to WrestleMania 40 Arena, everything included in the WrestleMania 40 in the 4 Years WrestleMania pack, as far as I know, is available day one. Now, I would agree the models should be, but I don't think any of it is. Which, if it's not, given that there's a showcase unlockable thing attached to that, that's kind of really screwing over the people who ordered that edition. But that's just me. That would be your August DLC. I don't know why they're skipping October. I have no idea why they're skipping October. But I do think that would be the main reason they're skipping April and August, is for that. Because that way the people who don't have those editions can get all that DLC, the other DLC not included in the Season Pass. But in terms of everyone in this Season Pass, arguably good. I care about a lot of people here. Let's see. CM Punk, I knew he was going to be DLC. I mean, even if it was but what I thought they would do, I'm surprised in the first pack, because in all honesty, I didn't think they'd do that. I thought they were going to milk CM Punk till the cow ran dry. That's what I thought they were going to do. I thought he'd either be in the last DLC pack, or basically be an overpriced character like that Bad Bunny model in 2K23 was. But they're giving him to us first, which is probably a good thing, because as long as he's injured and won't be back by then, he can't walk out and thus still get in the game. Because, the slightest thing tends to tick him off. Punk's a very controversial guy. So, that's nice. The Dudleys have not been in a 2K game since 2K17. Terry Funk has not been in a WWE game since WWE SmackDown Raw 2008. He was in WWE 13 as Chainsaw Charlie, but that's a separate gimmick. And the Sandman has not been in any kind of WWE game since SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. Now, I will say, though, that if you're going to bother getting the Sandman, I hope that 2K bothered to get to have licensed Metallica's Enter Sandman, because that's pretty much Sandman's entire identity, is his entrance to that song. I don't care about Post Malone. I didn't care about Machine Gun Kelly in 2K22. I guess it's going to be a thing now with these singers who are curating the soundtrack for 2K games. They're being put in the game, but I guess even though they're essentially putting two of their songs on the soundtrack, they still want to be in the game. Even though Post Malone has done nothing with WWE except that. Now, let's keep in mind here. If there were people like Kid Rock or people like that, or even Snoop Dogg, I actually would not be that upset about that, because they have a history of WWE that's very lengthy. Post Malone is literally just doing this, and that's it. At least with Bad Bunny, he at least is wanting to be in these games past his initial appearance. So, commendable for that. But Sensational Sherri's never been playable in a 2K game. I don't even remember the last 2K game she appeared in. It might have been 2K14. I could be very, very wrong on that. I know she appeared in a 2K game as a manager, but I don't remember which one. The Headbangers have not been in any kind of WWE game since WrestleMania 2000, all the way back on the N64. The Honky Tonk Man last appeared in a game, I believe, in 2K16. And a lot of people didn't even think he'd be DLC because he's blurred in Showcase, which, yes, is very interesting. But it wasn't going to be Jeff Jarrett as that guitar, because Jarrett's in AEW. I don't think so it's possible it could have been, but I didn't think that. Just like a PFAB last year, I really do not like making managers DLC at all. Now, granted, managers can be made guest referees this year, so there is more of a point to them to at least use them as a guest referee. But, and on top of that, so yeah, that's my thoughts on the W2K24 DLC. If you have, and if you know who Pat McAfee's co-hosts are, put that in the comment section. If you like this video, like button down there, subscribe button down there. Thanks for watching. Bye.